Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name remains Sunday Okafor. I want to firstly appreciate everyone that have subscribed to this channel. Thank you guys for encouraging me in that way. Um, by subscribing, you're actually showing me that the content I'm releasing from here is valuable to you. So I really appreciate you for that. And for those that have not subscribed, please consider to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can get updates whenever I release a new video. Right. So last week I discussed how you can search for schools that has funding for the program you want to apply. Right. Funding is very, very important for graduate school application because grad school is expensive, and you want to be sure that you have high chances of getting funding before you proceed to apply. So one of the ways to do that is to check the type of funding available in the schools that you want to apply for and how you can secure them. And that's what I discussed in my last video. If you have not watched it, you can check it out. And then I showed you the easier way to go about it, from searching schools based on the ranking and based on the country of your interest, and going to their website, checking out the program, the requirements and the funding criteria, the type of funding available, and how you can actually optimize your application to stand out and also to be able to to secure those fundings. And in today's video, I want to talk about another aspect of sourcing for funding, which is through sending cold emails to professors. So what is cold email? So when we talk about cold email, a lot of people ask that, what is cold email? I don't understand what cold email is. All right, let me break it down to a layman's language. Okay, so what cold email simply means is an email is sent to someone without their consent. Right, you send an email to someone and they are not expecting an email from you, but you send an email to them based on what relationship you want to create with them, or based on interest that you find in them. Right, it can be for business opportunities, for scholarship opportunities like graduate funding, and it can be for a lot of stuff. So cold email is basically an unsolicited emails you send to someone. But in this instance, in our own case here, now we are talking about emails you send to faculties in different schools, professors, because of research interest that you have. Okay. So today I will be showing you how you can search for faculties that you have mutual research interest with, or you want to work with, and what you should be looking at in their profile before you actually start constructing your emails to send, and also how you can also get to understand um, their current research interest, because sometimes what you might find on the website might not be comprehensive enough. So you need to dig in more to have a better perspective of what they are working on, so that you are not sending them email based on something that they have worked on in the past, which might not really be their current area of interest. So you want to ensure that you are talking from a recent perspective of that faculty. In that way, you are bringing yourself to their view. You are making yourself more presentable. You are drawing their attention. Remember, when you are sending cold email, they are not expecting an email from you. So it is something that we have to be very, very good, or good enough for them to to react to it. Just take for instance now, I'm not expecting you to send me an email, and all of a sudden I'm going through my mailbox and I got your email heading with so so so. I was like, oh, what is this email about? Let me just look into it. And I open it, read the first paragraph. Oh, it's not interesting, it's not catchy. And because these professors, they get similar emails almost every day, almost on daily basis. So you need to really do some research work, find out something interesting about them before you actually start sending them emails. Don't just go straight, oh, I've seen the address or email address of this professor, and boom, you just send them an email and you are expecting a good feedback. That might not really come that way. So today's video, I'm going to practically show you first how to search for faculties and know their area of interest. And secondly, other tricks or tips that you can use to understand more about what they are working on before you actually send emails to them. By so doing, you are increasing your chances of getting a good response or favorable response from them, right? So without wasting much, time, I want this video to be as short as possible. We'll go into the practical aspect of it in a bit. But before then, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification. I'll be back in a minute and we'll go straight into the practical aspect. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
All right, welcome back. And right now we are getting into the practical aspect of the video. In the last video, we used this website to search for schools that has funding and to see which type of funding are available and also the criteria and how those funding are being awarded. So today we also be using this website to go to schools and look out for faculties, that in your area of interest. So I'll be doing two schools as I did in last video. We'll look at pick one or two departments and look at the faculties, check the area of interest and see how we can actually find out what they are actually working on currently, and also how you can use those information when you are sending your cold emails. Use those information in constructing your cold emails to make it more interesting and attractive to those faculties. So let's get to it. So on this page, if this is your first time of seeing this page, it is known as ycu.org. Here you can see different universities rankings based on continent, based on top universities in the world, top university in different continents, top university in US, UK, Canada, Australia, and so on. So you can, depending on which country you're looking at, you can pick any of the ranking and use this to search for schools that you want to apply to, right? So today I'll be using US as usual. And then we go to top university in the US and I want to see, okay, here are the top universities, top 100, top 200 universities, like that. So I will be picking one of the top schools here. Let me pick University of Washington, for example. If I pick University of Washington, I will go straight to their website here. And on the website or on the web page, you can see academics. So under academic, you can see academic department, college and schools. So you might want to go straight to academic department. So when you go to academic department, you scroll down, you see different departments. So depending on which course you are interested in applying for, you can scroll down. It's already arranged alphabetically, so it can give you a direct, you can know quickly where your course might be located among all this. So for instance, if I'm looking at civil and environmental engineering, for instance, let me go with that. I click on civil and environmental engineering, brings me to the page, civil and environmental engineering, University of Washington. Under people, you see faculty, postdoctoral scholars, visiting scholars, staffs, and student profiles. So you go to faculty first, and here you have a list of faculties, and you can see professors, associate professor, assistant professor, and all that. You can see what their area of specializations are: structures and engineering and mechanics, earthquake engineering, transportation engineering. So based on which area you are interested in, for instance, say you are interested in environmental engineering, you might want to go to this, check out this professor. If you are interested in, let's say you are interested in infrastructure and smart city, you can check out Calvi. So if you go to Calvi, for instance, brings you to Calvi's page, right? You can see it here. And under Calvi's page, you can see different information. The email address is there. We can see his area of research interest, earthquake engineering, reinforced concrete structures. So this is, it is not self-explanatory. Structures is very wide, so you don't really know which area is it working currently. Earthquake engineering is wide, reinforced concrete is wide. So you want to streamline your email, to be on a particular topic. So how do you find out? Now if you look here now, you see publication Google Scholar. So if you go to Google Scholar, it will gives you the list of publication by Paulo Calvi, and the year those publications were made. So you want to go to the most recent publication, because that will give you an idea of, oh, this is where his current interest might lie. So you look out for probably 2020, 2021 publications. You can see here we have 2020, we have 2021. The one published in 2021 has gotten more citation, 8 citation. So you can go through that. Okay, you can see the detailed description here. Then you can check the whole article itself. That will give you an idea. This is abstract. If you have access, you can get the PDF of this publication. Let me see if I can get the PDF. I don't think so. Full article, yeah, it's not free to download. So this is one of the publication. Of course, there will be more of it. You can go back to check other ones. Let's go back and see which other ones we can look at. So let's look at the one published 2020, and who published it, which journal, Earthquake Spectra. So let's see if this one can be accessed. Okay, so here, access option. Let me see, institutional login, access through your institution. Let me see if I can access it through my institution. So now I can download the PDF. So most of these journals you can't get it free because it's paid subscription. So could be able to access it as a student. Yeah. So here is the paper. Then you can read through it. If you want any paper like that, just can get to me, and I'll find a way to get it for you. And this is the paper, and you can read through it to have an understanding of what this professor is working on. And if you can pick out one or two things from the paper to add to your email when you are explaining the interest you have in his work, that will be fine. So going back again, there are other professors you can also check out. This is just one of many. So you have other ones, you have structurals, you have a lot of them. You can go through their profile the same way we just did, and look at their recent publications. That will give you an idea of what they are working on currently. And yes, so we've done with this. Let's look at another way to go about it also is to look at student profiles. So if you look at student profiles in this department, you can see graduate students, though there are not many of them. You can see, for instance, now if you are interested in environmental engineering, for instance, you can reach out to these students, Stephanie Wayne, and to find out more about what they are working on, maybe the professor she's working with, and how you can be able to reach out and get more inside information from her. So the best way you can reach out to her is probably by going to LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn and you search for her. Search for Stephanie Wayne. You can see this is her profile. You can connect with her. You can ask her, she's open to you. You can get some information from her, and that will help you in making your decisions, right? So that's one way of also getting more information, inside information. Remember, seeking for funding is not just something that happens overnight. It takes a lot of preparation, and these are one of those things that is important in the process. So now that you have checked for this professor, you've gotten information from his profile, from his publication, from the students, then you are good. You are good. You are now more informed before writing your email. So let's look at another faculty, another department. Okay, so let's look at biochemistry. Yeah, let's look at biochemistry. Okay, biochemistry, the same thing. Go to people, faculty. You can see graduate students here. Go to faculty first. Look at their profiles. Okay, you can see the lab side. This one has lab information. And then, using machine learning and probability to determine a protein 3D structure, you can see their research interest and all that. Then you can go to, say, lab site, Hoffin's lab. Okay, so this person has a lab. So yeah, you can get information on what research they are doing, research, the people in the lab, these are the research interests. You can read about that, research areas, the goals and all that. The people in the lab, right? You can see that's the research, the leader of the research group. These are the graduate students. You can reach out to graduate students here. You can see their email address first before even sending an email to the professor. With that, they can give you some vital information, about what is going on in the lab. And, so if you use those information to send an email to the professor will know that, oh, this guy has done some background research before reaching out to me. It draws them to you better in that way, right? So let's go back and check another school. Let's check another school. So the University of Alabama, that's what I want to use now. Okay, under University of Alabama, go to the website. Under University of Alabama, we can go to the academics, take us to the different colleges and faculty. We have the colleges and schools, School of Arts and Science, College of Communication and Information Sciences. Let's check that. Under that, you can see the different departments they have under the college. So let's say you are looking at communication studies. Okay, you go to communication studies, you can see faculties here. Go to faculty and see administration, faculty and research, graduate assistant, adjunct instructors, faculty research. So you go to faculty research. Right. So here are the member of departmental graduate faculty, right? So you can see different faculties here. So it's your choice now to see. You already stated your research interest. Our research centers on conflict, defensive communication, and resilience in romantic relationship and friendship. Okay, cool. Like this, she also studied problematic interpersonal communication in organizational contexts. So, I want to work with this professor. Wow, interesting. I like it. That's my area of interest. Okay, so if that it is, you already know the research interests, and they also have the website here. Go to her website. You can read more information about her, get to know her better, and what she does, and that will help you. You can even see her CV there. Yeah, it's free, it's open source, so you can see what she has done, what she's doing, which classes she's taking and all that. So her contact is also there. You can reach out to her after you have done your background research. So once you have gotten this information from the professor's web page on the school, and and potentially from the students that are working in that area, also it might even be from working with the professor that you are interested in. You can then sit back and put this information together, and you can be able to use it to compose a good email that will draw the attention of the professor. Always ensure that your email title is interesting. Don't just use normal titles like prospective PhD students. All those are good also, but you should try something that speak directly to what you want. So find something that works for you, and try to adapt it and make it unique to your own, to the program you're trying to apply. Okay, there are a lot of formats on Twitter, templates on how to write code emails and all that, but with that also it just gives you an idea of how to start. But you need these informations. You need to do your own research to get informations that will help you to write a unique email. Remember, every professor is different. Don't just copy and paste emails or mass send emails to professors, so that your email don't end up as a spam email, right? So be specific and address the professor properly. Don't say hello, all those type of words. Use dear professor, this, and find a better way to address them. And that also shows that you're serious about what you're doing. Okay, all right. So that's it.
All right, with that, we come to the end of today's video. I believe you found it insightful. And if so, kindly give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done so. You are encouraging me to keep putting out good content like this. Okay, in the next couple of videos, I'll be talking about my Commonwealth experience, right? Starting from how I prepared before applying and the application process, and my experience as a Commonwealth scholar and all that, and what I think I did, that may help me to to secure the Commonwealth scholarship at first attempt. So those are what I'll be sharing in a couple of video that I'll be putting out next. And if you find, if there is any area that you want me to, to touch, if there is anything you want me to discuss, kindly comment, put it out. I will consider that. If I can't, talk much on it, I can invite people that will discuss it, and all I'm here for is to give you information, to share my insights, and to also create a platform where other scholars can come and share their insights with prospective scholars. So it is all about you, it's all about helping you to make the best decision and to make the best application. So thank you for watching today's video, and see you in the next video. Bye.